So take some time to get yourself cozy in your yoga nest. Prop your head, pad between your knees. If there's something you can snuggle into at your back, and don't forget to put your warm socks on or cover up your feet. See if your baby needs any extra padding or support. Slide your left arm out from underneath you a little bit so you're not squashing the top of your arm. And pull in a pillow or some rolled blankets that you can, like you could hug. You've got somewhere to rest your right arm, your top arm. Allow your eyes to close. And if you like, cover them over with a light scarf. Yawn. Releasing your jaw, releasing your throat. Sometimes one yawn is not quite enough. The next thing you know, there's another. And then another. Allow the yawning to release your jaw and the whole of your body, all the way down your body. Feel the muscles gently relaxing their grip on the bones. Allowing a softness all around the baby, all around your belly. Allowing for a softness in the buttock muscles. Sometimes we unknowingly clench or tighten there. See if you can let that release. And allowing a softness in the inner thighs. Feel the support that you've put in place between your knees and between your ankles. Let the muscles of the inner legs relax. And now imagine you could yawn with your feet, wriggling your toes, stretching your toes, feeling the arches of the feet soften. So the whole body yawning, sighing, letting go, preparing for deep relaxation. And now I'd like you to breathe out through softly parted lips. You could lick your lips. And blow out as if breathing out through a straw. As if you were gently blowing through a straw. Long, soft exhalation through the mouth. Pay attention to the sensation of the air touching the softness of the lips, the upper lip and the lower lip. And the breath softly flowing out through the small space between. And with each exhalation, see if you can let that little flow or stream of breath get softer and softer, finer and finer. So each exhalation takes just a little bit longer to make its way all the way out. Perhaps you can visualize this fine stream of breath like a thread or a rope spinning out into the space in front of you. You could give it a form or a colour. It could be like a golden thread or a wide flat ribbon. And each time you exhale, it's like there's more and more of this lovely golden thread or wide ribbon spinning out into the space in front of you. And it becomes like a path that you could follow. So see the golden thread, the round thick rope, or the wide flat ribbon extending far ahead into the distance, into the space in front of you. And know that wherever you might need to go, you absolutely cannot get lost. It's just a matter of following the breath, one step at a time. And now be aware of the whole of the body, from the head all the way down to the soles of the feet. Feel the position of the body, the shape of the body. A feeling perhaps of settling. A sensation of going more deeply now into this practice of relaxation. And think of your body as if like a landscape of mountains and valleys, forests and lakes. All sorts of interesting places to explore and discover. And now invite your mind's attention to make a journey through this landscape while it rests, starting on the forehead. So bringing your attention to your forehead. Now drop down to the valley between your two collarbones at the base of the throat. And move your awareness over towards the left shoulder and all the way down the left arm, through the elbow and the wrist, onto the back of the hand, to the thumb and each of the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming into the palm of the left hand and then back up through the wrist and the elbow and the shoulder. Returning to that little valley between the collarbones at the base of the throat. And now let your attention move over into the right shoulder and all the way down the right arm, through the elbow and the wrist, onto the back of the hands, to the thumb and each of the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. into the palm of the right hand, and now back up through the wrist and the elbow and the shoulder, returning to the little valley between the collarbones at the base of the throat. And now traveling down the midline of the body and into the space behind the breastbone at the center of the chest. From here, it's like you could turn and look into the left side of the chest, return to the center, and then turn and look into the right side of the chest. Coming back to the center, and continue on your journey down into the space behind the belly button in the center of the abdomen. And down again into the space behind the pubic bones in the center of the pelvis. Now over into the left hip and all the way down the left leg, through the knee and the ankle, onto the top of the foot and each of the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the sole of the left foot and now back up through the ankle and the knee and the hip. Returning onto the midline of the body in the center of the pelvis. And now over into the right hip and all the way down the right leg, through the knee and the ankle, onto the top of the foot and each of the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the sole of the right foot and now back up through the ankle and the knee and the hip, returning the attention onto the midline of the body now in the center of the pelvis, and let the awareness rest here a little while. So the whole of the pelvic space may be thoroughly felt, thoroughly explored, thoroughly acknowledged. All the sensations here in the pelvic space. The whole of the pelvic space filled with awareness. An awareness of sensation in this part of the body, the pelvis like a bowl. An awareness of your baby resting safely there. And now move your awareness back up through the midline of the body and into the space behind the belly button, into the center of the abdomen, and in fact all around the abdomen like a barrel. Aware of sensations in the back of the waist, all around the abdomen. Baby safely cradled by abdominal muscles, which might well be gently expanding and contracting with the breath, as if like a hug from the inside out, for your resting babe within. behind the breastbone into the center of the chest. Having a sense of how deep this space is. We talk about the depth of our heart. Letting the awareness settle here. Experiencing the deepness of the heart space. So deep and so wide, almost infinite. And now return your attention to the valley between the two collarbones at the base of the throat. And from here back up over the soft face to rest at the center of the forehead. And now all the way up onto the very top of the head, as if like climbing up a mountain to take in the view of this beautiful, peaceful, resting landscape from the top of the head, being aware of the whole body, all together, all the way through, the whole body resting. Welcoming in sensation from all around the body. And welcoming now the experience of the breath moving in the body. And resisting any temptation to change or control the breath in any way. Can you simply allow now for the body to be breathed with no effort at all? To allow the breath to flow in the body in the same way that water flows through the earth, over and under, nourishing the earth. Allowing the breath to flow through the body, nourishing the body, and nourishing your baby. You and your baby together, resting together, breathing together, being breathed. Life has found a refuge in this place. And allow each inhalation to guide your attention into that infinite space in the center of the chest, the heart space. And with your exhalation, travel the path from the heart space straight down the midline of the body into the womb space to be with your baby. So inhaling, travel the path upwards and into the wide open heart space. Exhaling, travel the path downwards to be with your baby in the safe, protected womb space. Inhaling up into the wide open heart space. And exhaling down into the safe, protected womb space. Each time you travel up into the heart space, you could gather up some love or warmth. And with your exhalation, send it down for your baby. Gathering up love and warmth from the heart space and exhaling it down, So your baby might be bathed in warmth and in love. Sheltered in the womb space, the baby is also surrounded by deep feminine power, deep feminine wisdom, encoded in our cells, back through all the generations of women who have been mothers. And when you send love from the heart down to your baby and down to your womb, you receive some of this power to carry back up with you into the heart. So it becomes a two-way process, a two-way exchange. Love from the heart down to the womb, and power from the womb back up into the heart. Exhaling love from the heart to the womb. Inhaling power from the womb up into the heart. And taking support on this connection, this relationship between the heart space and the womb space. Make a little promise to yourself, an affirmation if you like, to pay attention to the wisdom that comes from within. I am listening to my own inner wisdom. I am listening to my own inner wisdom. I am listening to my own inner wisdom.